What's up, everyone? So, I'm gonna stream a few games today. Um, can't promise anything super crazy. I was just editing a bunch of videos. My head is kind of not exploding, but yeah, I want to get back into my rhythm with playing uh, chess, rapid games somewhat regularly. So, here we go. I'm at 1873. Still trying to just get back to 1900 and then we'll make the climb to 2000. I know it's definitely just around the corner. I just need to, um, I need to get my groove. So let me start getting in my groove by putting on some music. I'm so sorry, guys, but I am going to take away the music this time because I can never upload. Like I can never monetize the videos if I put music. As much as I love it, I'm going to listen to it myself selfishly, and y'all can enjoy the chess. Uh, okay. Definitely need to play faster. So today's focus, whether I win or lose, is to try and I don't know if I would say stay up on time, like be better on the clock, but definitely. What's up, Mayak? The name looks familiar. I'm not 100% sure if I remember exactly. How you doing? All right, here we go. Here we go. 1860. Pretty new account, but from Kenya. But maybe it looks okay. Yeah, it looks fine. English. Okay. Here we go for an English. I've been messing up the opening a little bit lately, but yeah, I'm going to go for the reverse Grand Prix attack. Okay, I don't think that will change our plans at all. Although that is interesting. Should I go right away knight b4? No, because then he moves, but then we go here, then he pushes. See, I think this is just a little bit premature because then we go here, here, here. He'll just push. So let's just keep that as an option. Aha. Okay. That looks like a good move. Takes, takes. And we'll probably have to end up going. We'll take. Man, yeah, these 10-minute games, just not enough time. I want more time to think. Because I really, d5 is coming. I don't know if I really care though. I want to say bishop b4 looks fine. d5 here, maybe there. Or bishop e7 here, here, if there. Just feels like the bishop's better on b4. I could be wrong. I want my rook on the open e file. So much for trying to be fast on the clock. I think I'll just castle here. I mean, I could go h6. Whether takes, takes. He can't. I'll castle first. I'm not sure if I actually want to play h6 because this looks a little bit loose. Okay, so here, here, maybe here. If takes, he'll take with the b pawn, I assume. Taking does not work. D5 doesn't do anything, doesn't work, so you can't take back, so okay, whoops, he's threatening F5. So maybe here, but like, yeah, I'm not gonna go G5, so here, if he takes, I've got to move my knight. Here, takes, takes. Dude, this is complicated. Okay, yeah, I need to. Maybe I'll start playing some 15-minute games. I just can't. I'm used to the like over the board chess. I think right now. Maybe I'll just equalize here. Takes 19. This bishop is gonna go eventually, anyways. Yeah, I gotta snap that knight off, I think. That's good. That's definitely can't go there. Dang it. Here. Takes, that's annoying. We have this. Then that just encourages him to take. Holy cow. I am like rusty right now, guys. Seriously, I don't know. I think it's the music I'm listening to. It's throwing me off. Okay. Jesus. Think, Wesley, think. This is not losing or anything. It's just here he takes. Here he goes there. Here takes. That just looks kind of ugly. Here he takes. But maybe. You know what? I actually am going to go knight b4 because I really want to stop that knight from coming in. I don't care if he takes the f-pawn. He's also putting himself in line with my rook. I don't really see a better move here. Yeah, okay, so now we can... I want to free up my... Let's go here. He goes there. We can go here. That looks... No, we're not actually threatening that. Or we could just go there. Here. Holy moly, guys. I need more time. I'm like locked in my OTB mode, which, you know, works pretty well. Oh, geez, there you go. Which works pretty well when you're... I have to go back with the knight. Works pretty well when you're playing OTB for me, but this ain't gonna cut it for 10-minute rapid games. Okay. Let's get out of this pin, like, immediately. We can... It's okay, though. It's not the end of the... Well, we have this first. Let's... See, like, let's play this and see if my opponent thinks at all. Oh, Jesus. Guys, this is the reality of rapid chess. Like, I'm taking all this time and I'm worrying, but they're like not even looking at all for blunders. Okay. This should be an easy win now. Just need to not blunder. Let's just get the bishop developed. We could even force some more trades. That looks decent. Like really decent. gotta make sure I don't blunder a skewer. That don't work. And then I'll get the bishop out. And then I want to go here and there, just trade off everything, I think. And then I mean, I could get rid of that bishop, but he's not really doing anything now. Protecting the d8 square. What's up, Cheshire Rat? Sorry, I just saw the message. I am not playing the Dutch. This was something else. I already forgot what it was. Yeah, this bishop's annoying me. I want him out. I don't care if it weakens my king. That was probably an inaccuracy, but gotta be a little bit careful here. Careless moves. All right, let's just like bring the boys out. Let's bring the boys out and finish this thing. Probably even just go like back here. Get away from the bishop and stuff. He's gonna do that. Oh, maybe not. I mean, like I could even sack, I think. Takes. Rook here. Does that work? Oh, I could go here. Just want to simplify. There's a few too many pieces on the board. Takes here. Yeah. Just takes there. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that. It's winning enough and it simplifies. Definitely not the best move, but bishop's pinned. What's going on, Artistic Otter? How you doing? This looks like it's forcing and winning. Alrighty. Interesting game. My opponent was for sure better, I think, at one point in the opening there. It was kind of an uncomfortable. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, because it looks like I played a pretty good game there. It was 90% accuracy. Let's take a look at this. No, so this was in English, not a Dutch. And I played the reverse Grand Prix attack. Yeah, I need to go over this again though. Like, dude, guys, my chess is so rusty. I haven't been playing in like the last month or so. I just have played in some over the board games, but you know, you have so much time to think and calculate in an over the board game that it's not as if theory doesn't matter, but you know, it really, you notice when you're rusty on your openings and your theory when you play a bunch of 10-minute games. Cause like he hit me right here with D4 and I was like, I don't know. And it looks like taking's already a mistake. Yeah. Sorry. You're right. It is a Dutch, I suppose. So yeah. And okay, so white's already slightly better here. I castled, but yeah, I was also contemplating h6. If he steps back, what's the play here? G5. Oh, that's a trapped bishop, that's why. That makes sense. Okay. Queen e7 doesn't really work either. It really wants h6. So yeah, it looks like the computer is... This bishop is annoying. It definitely is annoying because it supports all these threats of the knight jumping in. Takes is fine. Knight b4 is a mistake. My opponent was definitely better here. I think I just got lucky that they didn't pay attention. Although knight c5 was a good move either way. But yeah, knight c5 was just the best move. But I somehow felt that my opponent was not gonna check for blunders. So all right, that's that. I mean, the rest of the game I think was pretty clean. Converting was. I wonder if the computer's even going to approve of me just sacking. Yeah. This is the best continuation. It's just forcing and easy. Because like here, you know, especially at lower levels, you could still throw this. You got the bishop pair, 2 rooks. Like if you're not careful, you could make a careless mistake and get mated or something. So yeah, I'm not even going to bother with all that. I'm just going to sack. You're still up material. All right. Guys, I'm gonna do a 15-minute. I can't. 10 minutes is like, unless I'm gonna play like I would in a blitz game, I just can't do this. I just saw f4 and assumed it was a Dutch, but makes sense. Yeah. Dutch is a pretty brutal opening, yeah. It's one of the trickier openings I know. When I play the London, I don't love playing against it, although I have my own system against it. But anywho. All right. 1962 from the US. Oh, wow. Got a good win rate. But they're doing us a favor and they're playing e4. And I like it. Scandinavian knight f6. Oh, we're going to get a Portuguese? What variation do I go? I think it's called the hopped-in attack. Oh, they're doing me a solid here. Come on, keep it going. My opponent is walking into my favorite line of the Scandinavian until now. Dang it. It's a good move. Okay. Because I don't remember theory here. If I go back with the bishop, this develops a piece with tempo, although I don't necessarily get that pawn back. Bishop back looks like it should lead to winning the pawn back, but we got a little bit of time, so I'm gonna try to remember here. Is it even c6 maybe? Takes, no, that's just a blunder. Knight d7 takes would be totally fine, but bishop here, and then takes. I'd have to take with the queen. Maybe he tries to hold on, and then we could try to transpose into like some sort of the gambit line, but I don't know if that works. So here, here, because this pawn's pretty annoying actually if I can't get rid of it. That's what I'm worried about. Here, ooh, wait, because if takes, no, that doesn't work. Okay, I need to go over my lines again. This is definitely the best response, I think. Bishop back. Bishop back. Here, here. Then we look kind of dumb, sort of. Although we could, I guess, continue developing that way. But I like the bishops there. Here. It's just that. All right, we're going to go knight b7. Sorry, knight b to d7. And I'll have to go for a6, b5 to kick the bishop out to try to get that pawn back, depending on if he goes c4 or knight c3. But this pawn is going to be a pain in my ass if I don't get rid of it. So I'll either have to, like, usually you just play c6, gambit another pawn for quick development, but that's not possible here. Maybe it's e6. It's kind of like e6 is the Icelandic gambit. What I want to play typically, what I like when they play is c4, and then you play e6 and they take, and you get this really cool, very aggressive line. But we can get that. Oh, whoops. Yeah, you guys can't see my time and ratings. God dang it. God dang it. Here you go. This is better. This is more at my pace. Like, we got a little bit of time to think, chill. I can respond to the chat. Looks like they're having to think as well, because this is not the most straightforward variation here. Okay, so they're going to hold on to the pawn. If I go here and he takes, it's not exactly the same thing. If we go here, that could be possible. Here, if takes, check. We sack another pawn. Here takes, check, whatever blocks basically. If it's the bishop, especially, have to take. Let's say, I don't know, queen takes. Castles doesn't really make sense. I just don't know if it works. I don't think we can play like that gambit line now that they played this. But e6 seems like an interesting move. Here takes, this doesn't. Here takes, check. I don't know if I want to be trading more pieces though. E7, okay. Here takes, bishop check, knight there. Then takes, pushes. We just go back, I suppose. Here takes, check, bishop there, takes, queen takes, queen here, queen there. I can't see that far ahead and if it looks any good or not. Oh, wait, we could lay a trap maybe. If we go here, if bishop can't take, so we go here, pawn takes, and no, we can throw this in with check, dang it. Here takes, here takes, check. Wait, what am I talking? Oh my god, the bishop's defended now. I'm okay. Let's probably in this case just play a6 then. a6, he takes, go here. Could be better, could be worse. But the bishop definitely does have to come out somehow. Here, we ain't taking that way, so we'd be sacking another pawn. What would be in the spirit of the Scandinavian? I'm curious what the best continuation is. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a6. Um, yeah, I think I'm also in these streams, like, I'm not focused enough. At one point, it seemed it was really doable and easy to like chat and talk the whole way through. And like just verbalize my thoughts kind of helped me to think. But now I truly like, I think that I am a stronger player and calculator when I can just like laser focus in like I would in an OTB game. And I'm not doing that. So let me try to shift my focus here. I'm already down a little bit on time. Now I think we can get away with playing e6. Sacks another pawn. Here takes check, queen there, kind of annoying. Or you can fianchetto, but that traps my bishop. I lose the bishop if I do that. This bishop is pretty strong, so I guess that is some sort of compensation. Maybe I try to hold on to it, like play h6 or something. So my options are long castling. Okay, I play h6 for two reasons. I wanted a long castle, but I really do like this bishop. I think it might end up being an important piece. It's a monstrous diagonal that can't really be contested. Number two, I'm expecting potential bishop f4, and I don't like that. So I might even go g5 right away. I could go g5 and then long castle. And then this bishop is going to have a hard time. It's going to block white a little bit, I think. Uh, do I long castle? Because next step is going to be getting my bishop out. So I can long castle, go g4 here. Long castles, castles, g5, for example. Looks even better now with the restricting the knight. Or do I go g5 right away? Yeah, you know what? Let's just play g5 right now. I don't want the bishop getting on this diagonal. And then I could even play g4 if he castles short. Go for like a kingside attack. This isn't awful. I don't think this is awful because I'm only one pawn down. I thought I was down two pawns. And I feel like, yeah, there's some chances. I have a decent position, but can't say it's my favorite. I definitely cannot say it's the same as if they had played into the really dangerous line. But it looks like a somewhat of a strong opponent. Like they have what's their peak rating? Oh, 1962. They just have a pretty decent win-loss ratio. Oh, I was looking at the last 90 days. That's why. Okay, so they want to trade queens, and I would rather not. Here takes, I can't take back, but I don't have an option. That's a good move. Here takes, and I basically completely give up castling long, but I takes, knight takes. He wants me to do that. I don't want to do that. I could just forget it, leave it, but I'm playing a pawn down. Here takes. So these, is that bad? Like this pawn restricts the knight. I feel like if I'm playing for a win, I can't trade queens. Maybe I can. Takes there. Do I play a pawn down or do I make this weird? It's an ugly looking move. It totally separates my pawns. Takes. I'm gonna do it. I'd rather not play into what my opponent wants, even if it makes my pawns look pretty ugly. At least that pawn restricts the knight a little bit. And then I'll just castle long, and my king is kind of weak, I suppose, but not really, because I've got both bishops covering here. I don't know, I could be wrong though. Yeah, the queen trade looked forced, but this is the only option to not trade queens. And yeah, my logic, like I'm down a pawn, so even if it's just one pawn, I don't think I want to go into an endgame down a pawn and give my opponent what they want. Because this way, if they castle short, if I can just avoid a queen trade, uh, it's kind of tricky. I feel like I have more chances there. The bishop's going to come out here. I'm going to do something with this knight, and then all of a sudden my bishops will come alive. My rook, I could use the b file maybe. Okay, so they're going to attack. This doesn't really seem to do much because even if I take, probably just drop the bishop back. Could go layer. No, so that encourages the trade as well. No, we're gonna keep the spirit. Although I don't know, maybe this is okay. Like, how does he attack? I guess he could just go back to the queen and attack my bishop. No, I'll drop back. Doesn't he have d5? Oh, yes, probably. Here takes. Yeah. It's sort of, kind of ends up in the same situation though. Like I get rid of the isolated pawn. Of course, I have this lonely guy, but yeah, d5 is definitely probably the best move here. Which means I probably should have gone bishop d3 instead of d5. I take, and if knight takes, but he's not going for that. He just wants to send it. Yeah, I mean, that's not really a threat as far as I can tell. I think I'm just going to try to develop here, there. And then at least like takes. Like if takes, we're opening up my bishop. I think we're okay. Oh, he can take. I'm stupid. That's not ideal. It's protected. My rook is protected now, but that was stupid of me. Okay, I need to slow down a little bit. Well, now we're really committing to try not to trade queens if possible. If d5... Yeah, just lost a pawn. Okay. Now I can't castle. Yeah, this was a bad game. My knight literally can't go anywhere. My bishop isn't opened. Like I could start sacking material needlessly, but that is just way too much. It doesn't work. What if I castle? That's just a silly move. I don't see what to do here. Wow. Yeah, this is looking pretty bad. This was a terrible game. Definitely just attribute this, though, to like lack of understanding with this particular line of the opening. Like if I had just... My queen is almost hanging. But then I can't take. Wow, this is almost a dead loss position, I think. I literally, if this didn't result in me losing my rook, I literally consider just going, did full desperate mode and sacking. I mean, I could go queen here, but then that still walks into d5. Like everything is losing here. I'm just trying to look for tricks at this point. Like here, takes. Here, I would be able to take there. Here. Good lord. All right. Don't have any options here, guys. This is flat out lost. I'll give it a quick shot, but what's up, Sebastian? How's it going? Yeah, this is really rough. This position in a row, because like the Scandinavian, this knight f6 line is really cool. It's really fun, really tricky. And especially this particular line, the Portuguese variation, I have really good winning chances with this. But the second I was in unfamiliar territory, I just almost never see this bishop b5 check move. Like, then the downsides, the potential downsides of the opening start to show. Like all of a sudden, I'm guessing knight b7, knight d7 was not the best move. Now I'm just like, ugh, this looks awful. But let me show you guys what this... Oh, I guess I don't think I can analyze midway through. Anyways, okay, he castles long. That makes some sense. What if I just try to start making threats, I guess? I don't know. here, because then I can push. Is that the move? Let's go here first. He has to address mate. And then I guess I'll just push. And then I'll go here. Because then this pawn's no longer pinned. If he goes d5, it still kind of sucks for me. But it also opens up my bishop. And I can go knight b6. Literally my last ditch effort here. Ah, I came back from a rapid tournament. How did it go? We need to like find a way to bring the bishops alive and bring the knight maybe into the game, and that's my only chance of like having some crazy lucky attack. Best tournament ever. 4 to 5 out of 7. Nice. Yeah, it reminds me, I need to do some rapid tournaments soon. Alrighty, so he is threatening. I think I need to. Ugh, but this move I don't want to have to play. Okay, I have to play this. This looks awful. I'm entombing my own bishop. But maybe, like, if he goes back this way, I could try going for this. Also, I have ideas of sneaking my... Yeah, I was worried he would go there instead. Here... No. I was hitting my rook. Here takes... Honestly, guys, this is pretty much so dead lost that I think I just need to start hucking pieces at my opponent. This is ridiculous. This is such a crazy position. I wish I could make use of this light square bishop a little bit more, but wow, there's nowhere good for my knight. Like I can't. I need to. I need to stop that. Yeah, longer game tournaments, like classical tournaments, definitely require stamina for sure. Okay, The problem, if I play c5, is that he jumps the knight in. So I think I'm going to avoid that. I'm going to keep that pawn doing the job it's been doing. And then, to be honest, geez, I don't really know. Wish I could break through somehow here. I could try to bring my bishop, activate my bishop a little bit more. It's kind of sad back here. Oh yeah, let's go bishop here and here. That looks like a good plan. Take away those, because I do not care about this bishop anymore. All right, where are you going with that? There, knight, huh? Got to play a little bit fast here, so. Now he can't bring the bishop back this way. Rook obviously covers that check. And next, maybe here. Here. That's kind of dicey, actually. Here, check takes. Queen there. Hey. Uh-huh. I might need to take that knight. Takes. Then. Oh, mama. I forgot the bishop needed to cover the check. All right. All right, let's cut our losses here and just look at this game. I basically was like losing right out of the opening, and my opponent played an exceptional game. Okay. This is the Portuguese variation. Welcome, welcome. And bishop e5 is the best move, I guess. And so I need to go over this. What I will do is remember this, so I never... I've faced this before, but... Yeah, I need to, like, let this burn into my memory. So yeah, we need to go over theory here, so we remember the best lines. Okay. Apparently knight d7 is best, whereas these book, okay, it's a6 as well. Right, so I need to play b5. I guess this makes sense to just break down the pawn cluster. If they take, it'd be a mistake, but a takes, activates my rook. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think to play that. I thought for some reason it just looked kind of ugly or weird, but because if they push, then I win the pawn back. We're totally good here, even more than good. And what if they go like b3, e6? Interesting. So e6 is kind of a move. If takes, queen takes. If they block, b4, or b takes c4. So that was an option, even with the pawn down, to trade, but I needed to play b5. Here it takes b5, and if they didn't take, if they go back, what do we do? b5. Takes, knight takes d5. Interesting. Or takes a6. So this works. This is fine. I mean, the pieces are developed in some kind of interesting way. That's for sure. Kind of odd looking, but okay. So that's if they go back. Are there any other moves here? c6 is a move. Why did I? Yeah, I think I've seen Nelson from Chess Vibes play this exact line, and he played c6. D takes. knight takes, if bishop takes. Oh. Okay, well, I guess this is a line. Doesn't look super pretty, but maybe, I don't know, maybe this pawn isn't all that terrible. Like you'll use it for something. I don't know. I'll have to look at those later, but I think for now, let's see here. This line looks okay. And yeah, so they can't push. If they take, we take, that looks fine. And if they go b3, then we play e6, which is not the easiest move to find, but it's definitely findable. Just curious here. B takes c4. If they go here, well, then that would be kind of a mistake. If they go bishop b4 as well is fine here. Takes. That would be a blunder. And black's actually slightly better here, so okay. I don't know why I... Pawn cluster looks kind of scary, but I was also sort of like, nah, I don't want to be 2 pawns down if I don't know that I have compensation, but yeah, e6 was fine. All right, and then the rest of the game, yeah, this was just pretty bad. Like, c6 doesn't work here. Now white has the advantage, and then I messed this up. Forgot they could just take that, and my rook was kind of hanging. They got another free pawn, so that was pretty much it. Bishop b5, b3. What's the follow-up? b5, b3. What's the follow-up? I think I just went over the follow-up, right? Yeah, I'm I'm rusty right now. I feel like I've faced this guy before. Maybe not. Okie dokie. Oh, hey, what do you know? Dutch defense. Here's what I play against the Dutch. Hopped and attack. Whoever was talking about that. Sometimes you get lucky and you get the world's easiest checkmate ever, but not in this case. Let me go back. They can't play that. Just trying to remember all the move orders here. I think generally the idea is you bring the queen to f3 instead of knight f3. Try to take advantage of the well, they didn't, the pawns are doubled here, so let me think for a sec. Bishop here, but then they just push. So yeah, bishop e2 is a mistake, I think, because it just encourages them to push. So I think we'll go for some kind of like Jobava setup. Yeah, this is the extent of my opening knowledge with this particular line, I think. But it looks like it might be for my opponent as well. All I know is that this doesn't obviously work. Bishop, I like bishop z4 now. But bishop d4 gets met with d5, so never mind. Bishop d3 then. Put pressure here right away. Maybe d6. I wonder if this is... Nah, like that. No. This is just breaking opening principles a bit too much. I'm sure there's some way to counter that. Like, Because here, obviously, threatening to take and then give a check. Well, give a checkmate. This were a bullet match, maybe, but man, it's kind of stuck at 1870 or so right now. All right, b6. I'm pretty sure now. Let me think here. Wasn't I just saying bishop e2 didn't really work because it? But my idea, I don't really care about that. I want to just immediately cancel out their their bishop. Here, here, here. If they continue pushing, no problem. I'll just drop back. But then maybe they go there, and that's kind of annoying. So maybe here, if they're there. Yep. My mind's made up. Let me just make sure I'm not making, because that does leave my pawn here a bit weak in case the bishop can't get over there. Here, 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 like something like this. Takes, for example, takes. All right, I think it looks okay. I am not gonna give him that bishop. Nope, no thank you. Nope. I will immediately contest that piece. It's too strong. And I mean, if they don't go here, then I am actually literally threatening checkmate in one, which is wild. They might not see that. They're too focused on just this, like thinking that I'm going to f3. How's it going, the ethereal one? Yeah, this is interesting. The Dutch. I'm thinking though white is already slightly better as long as I play accurately. Okay, so they create loop for their king, but this still has got to be decent. Jack takes. Well, they don't need to take it. I could go here though. There, if they're check here. Here, here. What do I do? Oh, is that just a free? No. Here they're gonna have to go c6, which is fine. Which is fine. That actually looks pretty. That looks like a good move actually, because if I go bishop f3, c6, like where is your knight going? How are you developing? And then I can still go bishop h5 check. One thing's for sure, I am making it impossible for my opponent to fiend counter their bishop, and I like that, I think, so. Rather than just going like check. Although, king there. Yeah, let's try this. Kind of annoying. These pawns are about to, like these pawns look a little bit intimidating. In one move, I feel like I could get a bishop trapped, but I'm okay for now. He's got two moves to really do anything to this bishop. This still doesn't work. And even if it did, I would just take a free rook first. Oh yeah, that's true. You can just go knight c6. Yeah, knight c6. Oh yeah, that's actually Knight c6. That might have actually been a mistake on my... Well, I could still go here. Takes. Takes. Because I like the possibility of going bishop e5. Why didn't I remove his castling rights? Well, technically I still could do that, actually. The reason I just explained it, that's why. I think the time is now. Because if, yeah, king e7, it's not the end of the world for my opponent, but yep, it does take away the castling rights. That's what I wanted to do in the first place. I just wanted to go bishop e5, and I wanted to stop bishop e7. Anyways, problem is this. This is the problem right now. Go here, takes, take, because he... What do I do here? Here, here, and then my bishop is in some trouble. Here, here. So maybe I go h3 now so that he can't push. And it creates a loop for my bishop. This is such a weird game. Very weird position. Obviously, though, at some point, my plan is I just need to get my pieces out and attack because now the king is weak. You know, and just attack. I got to 2200 in Bullet, Blitz, and Rapid using the London system, French defense, and Queen's Gambit decline. Personally, it's not about the opening. Personally, it's not about the opening. Yeah, people tend to focus a lot on the opening, and people also really like bashing the London, but I mean, there shouldn't really be much doubt. Like, there's no reason to have too much opinion in the matter because you can literally just go to chess.com or Lead Chess if you play on Lead Chess and look at your win-loss ratios, and you can see if you're like the opening that you're playing is working, you know? Could even do it with over the board games if you wanted to like keep track of all of them, but actually you can. There's a database I saw that keeps track of all your rated classical games, and I believe it has the type of opening that you played and your like all the win-loss ratios and all that stuff, but I don't know exactly how that works. We got to win this one, guys. I think this is going to be my last game, unfortunately. I just wanted to stream a little bit. So we got to win this one and end on a good note. That would be nice. Definitely possible. This looks like, if I had to guess, I would say white is slightly better. But I do need to be careful not to do something stupid. All right. Do I go knight c3? Let's see here. Takes. Takes. He can't grab the bishop because it's defended by the rook still. So that looks okay. Here, here. Takes. Takes. That doesn't work. So it's kind of annoying. I can't I think I need to get rid of this knight. This does double the pawns. Takes. Like, for example, here, takes, knight there, f4. Oh, this is such a weird position. What? Like, I want to be able to play, maybe I will play knight c3 so that I can play c5. And if like takes, then I get to open things up a little bit. Something about, I don't know, something is telling me I need to play c3 or knight c3 and just develop my pieces now. I don't have time to waste. Um, I don't have time to waste like moving a bunch of pawns around and stuff. While the king is weak, I think I need to jump in there, break open the center. Because like if I develop this knight, it's just really slow. It gives him the possibility. I'm not really sure what happens if he goes g4. I'd have to calculate that through, and frankly, we're already down to 10 minutes. So yeah, I think that playing d5 looks good. And then, yeah, maybe like eventually I'll castle long, and then I just don't have to worry so much about this knight. Then I'll bring the knight out. Oh, I could also, yeah, definitely knight c3, I think, because I could also think about going knight b5 and like goodbye to that pawn. That would be, oh, that would be really dangerous if I take here and then I can give a check or something. Oh, knight b5. Maybe he'll even play a6. That looks like a pretty dangerous move. He could push. Yeah, no, he could push. Here, takes. Wait a second, here. Takes. I think we're pretty happy. That would be fine here. Pawn takes, then check. Takes. We're threatening. Yes, it has to be d5, right? d5 if knight takes, pawn takes, queen takes. There's no crazy discovered attacks, and more importantly, it would be mate in one that's hanging. d5. He could move the knight back. Yeah, he could do that actually, but then we push. Check takes, check. Okay, so here, if knight moves somewhere, that doesn't work. So here, knight moves, check. He could just drop back, then check. All right, I'm convinced enough. Hopefully I didn't miss anything here. This is, I think, the move that we need to bust open the center. Even if my pieces aren't like extraordinarily developed yet, they're not bad. They're doing some stuff. And we are slightly up on time. Can't complain there. I'm thinking on getting back to London. I got crushed today by Perk and Alakine. They know a lot of theory. Yeah, man, I know. That's why I don't. That's why I'm like kind of scared to jump back to E4 because all this time, years that I've spent playing the London now, the other people have been playing E4, E5 openings and like learning them. But I am also bored to hell with the London so soon here. I think I'm gonna switch it up. Well, our opponent is not super strong in bullet, so I'm going to note that in case it gets to some kind of time trouble. Although in 15-second increment, or sorry, 10-second increment, flagging is not always the best strategy. Joined 2021, and they were kind of started out at like 1200. Didn't really play a whole lot, and then shot up. They must have been doing over the board or something. Yeah, people are really prepared for e4. Okay, let's double check here. Takes, knight takes, takes. We're threatening mate in one. Gets rid of this pesky knight. Okay. He can't, I mean, he could go knight here. So this was hanging, but now rook does a good job of protecting that. I could castle long, but then yeah, he can't really move the knight. I'll just grab the bishop. So he'd have to go like knight here, which looks kind of stupid. Although it does... Okay, maybe I develop my knight now. It's knight here. Then this way... Yes, okay, he can take my knight. That kind of sucks, but this isn't hanging. He's not winning my rook. Long castles. Knight a5. Check. Takes. Check. Mate. Does that work? Here, here. Looks pretty forcing. Check. You could go here. And then check. And then back. Ugh. Here, here. Check. King here. King there. Castles here. Check. King there. Check. King here. Jesus, this is kind of complicated, but it looks kind of fun. There's a bit too many lines. Here. It all comes down to the same thing. So yeah, there's I think too many variations, but it looks pretty deadly. And I don't know, I just hope that I'm not wrong and there's not like some very easy escape for black that I'm not seeing. Because if not, like this looks pretty nice. My king is looking pretty safe. Got the double down on the D file. Dang it. That's a good move too. All right. Do I just develop my knight now and let him do his little discovered attack or what? I could go here, bishop here. No, wait, that doesn't come with check though. could go b4 to stop that. It's a really weird looking move. b4. If he takes check, check here. Is that really worth it though? Here he pushes. I'm not seeing it, man. Here. Here. Here, here. Here it takes. Or here, here. Like. There. Takes. Takes. Or I can go back here. I feel like there's some tactic here. Like there's some weird move that I could play. I need just one pawn to be removed, and then his king's in serious, serious trouble. Here, here. That doesn't work either. Here, here. Damn it, man. This looks just too slow and passive, but okay, guys. We just gotta move. So I actually am gonna play this. I hope I didn't just blunder. I didn't have the time to look this through. The bishop should be fine here. Can't really be attacked other than by a knight. Because I kind of want to go here and here. Yeah, getting a little bit low on time. It's okay. I just need a laser focus here. We got 10-second increments. Not really the move I wanted to play, but shuts down the bishop and does kind of prepare e4. First, I think I need to get my knight, though, in here. Here, here. That looks... Here, here. Takes, takes. Takes a check. Yeah. Here, here. Ah, it's gonna force a queen trade. I see. I see, I see. Here, here. Here. There, takes, take. Okay, well, let's just develop. I don't know. Let's just freaking develop the knight. We need to get our last piece developed. This is just crazy. He's been doing nothing for too long. There's no reason why I couldn't trade. Like, materials even. I just kind of wanted to go for a kingside attack. But here, like, if I move the queen out of the way, he's taking, and I can't allow that. Here, like, pushing looks kind of iffy. Takes. Then again, if here, I can't go knight c3. Just need one more piece. One more piece on d6 would be wonderful. Really wanted to play that move at some point, but... Or even... h4. Okay, here we go. Takes, check, takes. Wait. Takes. All right, sure. I'm not worried about that bishop anymore. Let's just double check you here. Takes. This is still defended. And then I get my rook in. And more importantly, we need to step up on the clock a little bit. Now my position actually looks pretty decent. Hell, if I could, like, I don't know if that would be worth playing at some point. c3, and then just I'm fighting for the e-file basically. This actually looks okay because my bishop is like never going to leave that spot. Keeps an eye on e8, and I can just own the e-file. As far as I can tell, like, I don't know, maybe is he gonna go there? He goes king d5. I'll just play c3. It's wonky as a move, that looks like. You could do that. Because otherwise it looks like it's a pretty similar position, other than, like, we both have a bishop pair. Not a similar position, but you know what I mean. We both have a bishop pair, both have two rooks, except that I'm going to own the e-file. And his bishop is pretty shut down there. He'll probably end up swapping to this diagonal. This bishop is kind of blunted, especially if I play c3, but then that does weaken some of the light squares around here. It's going to be like a fight against the bishops and the rooks. Yeah, because then I could just block here. No, that doesn't work. Okay. Rookie one. Like if I were playing black. Yeah, this move looks really tempting. Wait, why wouldn't they play that? Did I look at that move? No, I didn't. But that's also because if they play this, then I give this check. Opens up my light square bishop. I don't know if I would want to do that, actually. I like the bishop guarding the square. So here, here. It's not the end of the world. It just shuts everything down even further, which kind of accentuates my control over the e-file. Then I can just, like, for sure, I think, play... Yeah, so, like, what if I just go here, maybe? This could be, like, not the right play here, but I just If he can't take control, oh, okay, that's a good move. No, take. Yes, I think I do want to trade off a pair of bishops. Because then I can go here and try to double up. Well, can I though? Or just go there. Sink a rook here. Here takes. All right, let's start doubling up. I'm aware that I need to be careful of this. Rook here. Takes, king takes. Here, this could be a draw, actually. Okay, so if I don't want to draw, maybe I need to... I actually don't know what I need to do. Because this drops a pawn. No, it doesn't now. Hold on. He's here, then here. Takes a check here. But now we get this check in for free. Is this too much? I'm going to go for it. Looks very drawish. Same color bishops. But, you know, these things are like supposed to be theoretically a draw, but I swear at this level, they almost never are. There's almost always someone who blunders. So we'll see. All of my pawns are on light squares right now. So, like... This might be okay for me. If I can sneak my king in here, he's got lots of pawns on dark squares. If my bishop can like get around, I literally don't even have to worry about any single pawn. I just need to make sure the king doesn't get in. But my king is closer actually. Like if he goes here, here, 1, 2, 3. I have the opposition actually, so no, I don't think I want to trade. I suppose I could, but no, I'm not going to create a pass pawn. Hell no. Nope, not interested. This way, like, bishop definitely has a nice guard on a lot of those dark squares, and I can try to sneak the king in. And this pawn is actually kind of nice. It takes away that square from the king, and it clamps down. He can never play c6. Well, not never, but... I'll be open to trading bishops at the right moment, but I don't think that was the moment. That definitely just helped my opponent. Like takes, now he can try to get in and take this pawn, and he has a pass pawn on the king side. No, thank you. Yeah, I think instead of touching my pawns, I think it's just a king race now. Yeah, there's increment. That's why I'm not too stressed about time. don't know if I'm worried about him going over this way. I feel like my pawn is way closer to promotion, but I could be wrong. He'd have to like push and break through. And if we trade everything on the king side, then my king is faster. My opponent is now in the same time struggle, so hopefully we're about to see the difference in bullet and blitz skill, because I'm like chill right now. Chill here, takes. Trying to figure this out. It's actually okay. I didn't see that move. That's a little tricky. So if I go here, but then he pushes, then that just everything is locked down. I can't have that. I think I have to go king over to b4 so I can play a5. No, but then he can push. Yeah, but then if he pushes, then I go c4. And I should be breaking through. Here, takes. Just got to be careful of basically one pawn. At this point, I'm just hoping I'm faster on this side than my opponent is, because he's got a ways to go before all of that. Here, takes. Ah, it's kind of annoying, I suppose. Not really sure what the right move is there. Yeah, that's annoying. Takes. Oh, I'm so low on time, though. And he's going to take my pawn. Gosh, my... Dude, did I just throw this? Holy moly. You for real? I can't let the king, like, get in that way. I can't let him get that pawn, I think. This was silly. gosh, man. I royally screwed this up. What am I doing, man? It says this. Well, I threw this endgame. That was really silly. I don't really know what move was a blunder there, but there's a blunder there for sure. For sure. Stalemate trick. Old Wes has got to get back in the groove of things. I'm pretty rusty. I'm definitely not playing my best chess. Oh, that's not stalemate. Yeah, whoops. This is where, like the toxic chess.com players, you just see like so and so would like to chat. And you're like, I wonder what it is they want to say. But honestly, if they're not doing that at this point, I don't know what they're doing. Oh, Simcoe would like to chat. Oh, okay. That's actually unexpected. GG's, man. I hope you reach your goal of 2,000. Keep going. You get surprised every now and then. They must have checked out. I don't even remember what I have on my chess.com profile. I have my YouTube and all that stuff, but Okie dokie. Let's take a look at this game. Wasn't like an awful game. I didn't cut it. All right, so yeah, knight f3. Sorry, knight c3. Knight c3. Quit screwing around. I had mentioned how bishop e2 is probably not the best move because it just kind of encourages them to play this, but I got carried away. So let's just take a look at that, for example. Here. H4. H4 is the idea. If they push, knight g to e2. Yeah, if they push, it's just pretty terrible looking. You can just keep the bishop there, it looks like, to defend. Okay, so that makes sense. I've seen h4. H4 is, I think, a pretty thematic move in this hopped-in attack. And knight c3. Like, almost always the setup, apparently, is supposed to be pawns like this, knight c3, and then sometimes queen f3, but not, obviously, with the bishop there, and then h4. So yeah, this was just bad. Bishop f3 was bad. Bishop h5 right away would have been better already because I lost the tempo doing this. h3 is a mistake. Knight c3 right away. Yeah, there was just... What? H what? Bishop, oh, bishop h4. Okay, so that's how we protect the bishop. If at any point they try to go after my my bishop, you just go bishop h4. I missed that. So h3 wasn't really necessary. Knight c3 is a miss. Bishop f3 was best. Okay. d5 was good though. So game is still even here. d6, just kind of missed that. I mean, it makes sense. It's a pretty logical move, but f3 is actually the best move here. 92 is a mistake. He wants e4 right away. That makes loads of sense. Just curious though here if like knight h5, queen d3. Yeah, queen d3, and then takes, f takes. Okay, it's not the most obvious choice, but I guess this is supposed to be good for me. I can always, I guess, protect if I need that with the bishop. But that's not where we went wrong here. We had an advantage, basically, at some point. A slight advantage. And we lost that. And then, but here, like, yeah, here it just felt pretty drawish. I thought I had some chances, but actually, I realized after bishop f7 that this is looking like a draw. d5 was the best move here, but it's still pretty drawish. So I blundered. Where's the blunder? Where's the stupid blunder? a4 instead of king up. Okay. Now I'm better. I'm slightly better after king g6, but black was a mistake or an inaccuracy. King b4 is a miss. I was down to 19 seconds. I was starting at one point here to get really low on time, so I kind of sucked. This is a miss. Where did I go wrong, man? Yeah, so I missed a huge win. Where did I go wrong? What did I do? White's winning now. My plan was going okay. I had to take with a king. Okay, because what happened after this? Yeah, somehow he found... This was silly. I needed to go, let's see, bishop b... What? Whoa, what? Bishop b6? Okay. I'm not about to play that move with 20 seconds on the clock. I guess I could have, it's not that. No, because here, king a5. Okay. So, otherwise, king takes, this just isn't really an issue anymore. I can still go bishop b4, but even bishop h4, like what are these moves, dude? Why? Can't I just start marching my pawn? Yeah, b4 is fine. So, okay, so one move lost me the game, guys. One innocent, that's why I say, like, theoretically, you know, Sebastian, I don't know if it was a viewer or not. They probably were playing me, saw that I was streaming and checked the channel. Maybe it was, because they look familiar. This looks really familiar. This the only time we've played together. We've only played Rapid once, I guess. No idea. But yeah, just goes to show you guys, like I said, this theoretically is a draw, right? It was totally dead even when we traded everything, and it's a same color bishop endgame, but it almost never ends like that at this rating. Someone always blunders, and in this case it was me. One innocent looking little, you know, move, because I was down to 20 seconds. Boom. Draw. And then I blundered again at some point here. Yeah. I was down to, I felt like I had less than 30 seconds here. It was getting down to like 10 seconds at some of these moves. So I was like, oh shit, okay, well, I have to move. Yep, this is just a blunder. I need to let them take that, that's what I was considering, but taking or pushing are both wrong. I don't know why I didn't see that. Because if he takes, then this is looking much, much better for me. I don't know why I didn't see that. Boom. This looks okay, right? Can't push. So you lose the bishop. That would be a blunder because I take. King e5. g3. What the hell? Yeah, endgames are complicated, man. One wrong move here. Not cool. And most of this move mostly relies on this idea of bishop b6. I was looking at sacking my bishop or some kind of sacrifices to queen one of those pawns. I was not, however, looking at bishop b6. Okay, well, what can you do? I will be playing again soon. Eventually, I'll get back over the 1900 rating. But thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna stop the stream. I'll be back at it soon. I appreciate y'all hanging out, and I'll catch you guys in the next stream.